For years now, open source software had a bad reputation, which was almost certainly helped along by the fact that Microsoft once likened Linux to cancer, which hasn't aged well because it turns out that most of the world now runs on open source software. So the obvious question is, how do you build a highly successful company by sharing your source code? Well, strangely enough, that's exactly what many of the most successful companies on earth do. They publish their source code for free to anyone, including their competitors. Now, of course, there's still many businesses guard their source code like an old secret formula, but that in itself doesn't guarantee success. To prove that, I'll start with a company that proves that the open source model works, which is Red Hat. Red Hat builds enterprise-grade Linux. The source code is open, you can download it, you can read every line, you can copy it, and you can pay them nothing. So how on earth do they make any money? Well, enterprise pays for it. They pay for the support, the advice, the certified security patches, education training. For them, the Linux code wasn't the product was trust. And in 2019, IBM bought Red Hat for around $34 billion for a company whose flagship asset is downloadable for free. But the obvious objection is, but if I open up my code, won't someone just take it and beat me? And it's a fair challenge. So let's look at actually what happens when companies get scared and try to slam the door shut, because it's backfired more times than not. MongoDB did it, Elastic did it, HashiCorp did it. And in 2024, Redis, which was free and open for 15 years, did it too. Each one got popular and they watched the cloud giants resell their work. They panicked and they changed the license to lock everyone out. But the problem is you can't unfree code that's already out there. So you have to be careful when you make that move in the first place. If you do it too early, the community will just take the last free version and relaunch it under a new name. Redis got a clone called Valkey, which is backed by Amazon, Google, and Oracle. HashiCorp got OpenTofu and Elastic got OpenSearch. And the clones didn't just survive, they actually won. And today the big Linux systems shipped Valkey by default. Redis isn't even included anymore. So if the source code was not the thing protecting them, what are they actually defending? Well, number one, brand and trust. When your code is in the open, buyers don't have to take your word for it. They can verify you. And that transparency compounds into the most valuable thing in business, credibility. And credibility is what seals the enterprise deal. Number two, talent. This is what the old world never quite understood. The best engineers on the planet want their work seen. Open source is the world's most open resume. If you publish great code, you don't just attract customers, you attract people who want to come and work with you and build the next product. And personally, I love to see when people's commits get included in an open source project. Number three is education. And this is the long game that a lot of people miss entirely. When your code is open, it becomes teaching material and universities can build courses around it. Python, Linux, and others didn't win because the procurement team chose them. They won in the lecture theatre a decade earlier. If you open your code up to the education system and let the world train the future engineers, they become your future buyers. Proprietary vendors have to wait for that market to graduate, but you've already got them. So the era of secret formulas is ending. The companies winning aren't the ones hiding the recipe. They're the ones confident enough to show you the recipe and say, look, you're welcome to try it yourself. But if you'd rather have the experts cook, we're right here. Kiraa won't be open source from day one, but it will be eventually. And that's because of the reasons that I've described earlier. Building this solution has cost a lot of money, mine and other people's. And I don't think it's unreasonable for the people who've backed me to get a financial return for that. But that doesn't mean we're not committed to open source, because everything that I've described, the open core, the ecosystem, is still valid. It's still part of the business plan. When you open source the foundation, you change the payoffs. A potential rival company now faces a choice. They could pour years and millions of dollars into trying to rebuild what we've done, or they could join us and share a market that's already growing. And for the most rational players, partnering beats fighting, and that becomes the new equilibrium. So cooperation isn't charity or the soft option, it's just a better move. And the people who work that out first are the ones who win. That's the bet that Kiraa is making. We believe that we can out-cooperate competition and help the entire ecosystem get better as a result. I'm Dr. Earl Brandt, the founder of Kiraa. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe, and feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.